Hello, everyone. Welcome to Band Geek. I'm Richie Castellano, and joining me today is Andy Escalise. And before you ask, yes, I'm going to pretend like I'm going to pretend like we didn't stop for 2.5 years between podcasts. I'm just going to pretend like we did the last one last week, and nothing's changed. How's everybody doing?
It was quite a cliffhanger from part one.
It was. Yeah, I think the last thing we did was the Rise of Skywalker review. We were all set to be live at 8 p.m., but then we had a little technical glitch because we're both very smart, me and Andy. We were doing this on Zoom, and then we realized, Zoom has a time limit. And then we had to scramble to go to something else. So I see a lot of people in the chat here. Welcome, everyone. Let me call out some people. Hello to Troy Hammond, Mark Nodos, Drew Stompanato, Miles, Mike Fever, VJ, Mark, again, because I read your name twice, Tom Huber, Mark Schulte, Rui Brum, Dave Shalom, Drew Stompanato, Tarna, 1969, John Schultz, the chat moderator for this evening, Joe, who else we got here? Vacuum Tubes and Guitars, SVT 4001, Stephen Dakin, Jason Meinhardt, Troy Hammond, Sean Lade. Welcome, everyone. It's great to see you. Hello, Joe Georgiana. Hello, Sebastian. All right, so me and Andy are here today, and we're basically going to fill you guys in on a few things we've been doing, and we'll answer some questions, and we'll have a good time. Andy has a piano with him right now. Andy's actually in his studio. Andy, play some piano for them. Ooh. Now, we were originally planning on doing this together here in the same room, but I am currently in isolation because I have the thing. I don't want to say the name of the thing, because if you say the name of the thing, they put the thing on the video that says, don't listen to the thing. So I got the thing. I have it. I have a mild version of the thing. I feel okay. I got a little chest thing from the thing. And before you ask, I did get the thing that prevents the thing. I got that thing, and I also got the other thing that prevents the thing. But I'm okay. I have no gigs this weekend. We were supposed to have rehearsal on Wednesday. I canceled it. I'm going to. I'm here.
Stay home and deal with the thing.
I'm staying home and dealing with the thing by myself. So I hope everybody. Did I have the thing when I was in MD? I don't know, but I might have got the thing in MD. I'm not sure. But now that I got the thing, I got the thing. That's all there is to it. So me and Andy were gonna, sit next to each other, and basically it was gonna look exactly the same way as it looks now, except we would be able to talk to each other. So yeah, I got all the things. I see I screwed that up already. Thank you, SVT. I have to put the thing on top of the other thing. A lot of things going on today. Thank you very much. I'm very organized today on this show. And it's because there's a lot of things going on. So I got it. We're all good now. SVT 4001 says, "Good evening, gents. Good luck with all your things." Excellent. Very good. Very good. So Andy and I have been kind of busy, and the reason we're doing this tonight is because we haven't been able to really do our normal YouTube thing. I gotta stop saying think. I gotta every time I say think.
The
take
word
a
of the day is thing.
Take a sip. Okay.
Synchronized sipping.
That's very good. Evan Yakis says, "Glad you didn't miss M3 like Extreme." Yeah, Extreme. I think some of those guys got the thing. Shit. But I was really looking forward to seeing those guys. But alas. So we're doing this just to let you guys know what's going on. So I think I've told you this. I'm working on a movie right now, and I'm making some good progress. I have 1 minute and 25 seconds of it completed, and I've been working on the animation since January. And believe it or not, that's actually a very fast pace. You know what? I went to go see Doctor Strange in the theater the other day, and as the credits are rolling, I look at their animation department and I see about 600 names, and I died a little bit inside when I saw those names. I said, "Oh my God, I'm trying to do this."
If you have 600 people to do 90 seconds, it'd be done pretty quick.
So I'm doing that. The stage I'm in right now is animation. All the music's recorded. Andy's on it. Andy is on several tracks, playing several different instruments. Thank you very much, Dr. Drew. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi, Barbara. You know what, David? See, my movie was going to be called The Thing, but I believe that was taken. So I had to come up with a different title for my thing. I don't want to copy someone else's. How did we get so derailed already?
I don't know.
So yeah, I'm working on that. And if you watch some of the stuff I've posted on my YouTube channel, I'm trying to take you guys through some of the methods I'm using. I got a really cool motion capture setup, which is actually a virtual reality gaming rig, which I thought was awesome. And I put a YouTube video up on that. And I also put a video up on that iClone software that I'm using. It's pretty cool. There is one scene that I wanted to talk about just to give you a little preview. I can't show you the scene yet, but this was an interesting experience that I want to tell you about, Andy. So I have a scene where there's a lady. She's standing against a wall, and a man goes up to her and starts kissing her, right? And they start like passionately making out.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mark. So they start passionately making out. So the way to do that is I have to motion capture both characters. So first I was the lady, and I'm standing against the wall, and I'm doing all this. And then in this software, it loads a crash test dummy looking clone of you.
Okay. Of me?
Well, no.
Of you.
If it was you, that would be preferable, actually. But it was of me, and it shows you the last performance you did. So it showed as like a crash test kind of dummy, like the dummy against the wall going, getting kissed. Then I had to perform the man part, and I had to go kiss myself, which is just as well, since I can't leave the house. So I might do more of that. I might do more of that later tonight after I hang up with everybody. But
I hope you get over the thing so you can get out of your house and stop kissing yourself.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? It's like Mr. Herman over here got the thing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm working on that. Like I said, all the music's done. Well, not all the music, because I wrote one song that I might change to see if I can get a cameo on it, and I can't say anything else besides that. All the voice recording is done. I had some. Did I have to get a rib removed for that? You guys are awesome. All the voice recording's done. I think you guys, if you saw my post on Instagram, I have a really fun cast for the voices. One of the leads is Michaela Jill Murphy, who voiced Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I'm a big fan of that show, and it was a real privilege to get to record her and to get to work with her. So good stuff coming on that front. Andy's pretty busy. Andy, what are you doing?
I am playing with the Meatloaf Band with American Idol Caleb Johnson. It's called BAT, a Meatloaf Celebration. And we have some dates coming up in the beginning of June. And then in July, I'm playing some shows with Chasm Sultan. And yeah, that's what's going on the next few months.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dave Shalom. Okay, here's a question for you. In Chasm's band, you play drums.
Yes.
In in the Bat Band, you play keyboard.
Yes.
So is it weird for you to have to keep trying to switch gears there?
I don't know. I mean, the material is so different. So, and I'm really just learning the one kind of part per band.
What do you mean?
Like, it's a good question. I don't know what I mean.
No, like you're just learning the one kind of part, meaning
Yeah, like I'm just learning the piano part for the Bat stuff.
Okay.
So I'm in that kind of mode throughout the whole time. I'm learning and practicing and performing those songs. And the same thing with Chasm. Like I don't even know what keys the songs are in and stuff like that. So it's I'm definitely in that mode when I'm playing those gigs. Different modes.
I'm just thinking, like, because do you find drums and piano to really have, are they similar to you, or are they two completely different skill sets the way you approach them?
Yeah, I guess they're different. That's why.
Because I'm just saying that's a lot of maintenance you have to do to keep up ability for two different gigs.
It's very different than, like, I guess if you're playing guitar and bass.
It's a little it's a little different.
Because that's still kind of similar.
Yeah.
You know? So this is totally different.
And also you do some fill-in gigs occasionally with Mark Martel, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you play on those?
I play keyboards.
Okay.
And Mark plays a lot of piano, so I'm kind of rhythm keyboard, if that is a position.
Okay. Are you doing all the sound effects and any sort of non-piano type stuff?
Yep, all that stuff, all that synthy stuff and sound effects and stuff like that. And singing, a lot of singing. He doesn't use any type of vocal backing tracks. So it's just 5 guys on stage singing.
All right, that's great. I saw a couple of questions here. Troy Hammond wants to know, is Floating Away part of this movie? Because that would rock. Yes, Floating Away is part of the movie. Floating Away was how the movie started, actually. Andy actually is playing drums on Floating Away, and we got the most gigantic snare drum sound I think we've ever gotten, which is an important thing to be able to get. Floating Away is how it started, because I wrote Floating Away, and a lot of people really liked that song. And I remember Anne-Marie told me, why don't you try to explore this kind of thing you're doing here, where it's a sci-fi song, but it's not really a sci-fi song. Like, she said, try to draw that idea out. So I thought about that. Well, how would I draw this idea out? Because Floating Away is a song about a self-destruct sequence, right, of a spaceship. But it's not a song about a self-destruct sequence. It's a song about the breakdown of a relationship. So when I drew it out, I focused more on the metaphor to make it a sci-fi thing. And I said, okay, it's a self-destruct sequence. Why is this happening? How did this happen? What were the events that led up to this happening? So as I did that, I wrote an outline of events. And I said, okay, that could be a song, that could be a song, that could be a song. And the tricky thing is, sometimes you think something can be a song, and then you realize, no, I'm spending 3.5 minutes singing about something that only takes 10 seconds to show. So, or 20 seconds to show. Right. So you have to, there are lots of songs that I wrote and scrapped because of that. Because when I was doing the script, I said, oh, I'm done I can't draw this out. I'm done showing this idea in a fraction of the time that it would take me to sing the song. And especially with choruses of songs that keep reiterating, you have to find different things to show every time that happens. So that was the challenge with that. Although I just finished the first part. I haven't showed it to you yet, Andy. Since I'm home with the thing, I've been doing nothing but on the computer working. I knocked out like 5 shots over the last 2 days. So it's really kind of cool to see how it all lines up once it's all together. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll show this to you later. I wish I could show
Yeah.
you guys, but I don't want to spoil this. So that was one question. Yes, so Floating Away is going to be part of this. Andy, do you have anything coming up in Cleveland? Dale Clayman would like to know.
I don't think in Cleveland. The Bat Band is going to Ohio in June, but actually, I would have to look it up on the Bat.
Look it up.
website.
Look it up. We're an informational show today. Hi, Michelle K. Williams. Michelle K. Williams has a question for you. Michelle K. Williams is my favorite band geek. We love you, Michelle. And Michelle, while you're looking at your phone, she would like to know if you're going to be with Bat on keyboards in September in Kentucky.
Yes, I will.
Ooh.
I will be there. You could explain it to people, Richie, that we don't really know where we're going to be until like that week.
No, it's just we don't care to look.
We don't care.
Because if you think about it too far in advance, you start to think, oh man, I gotta go really far that day. I gotta wake up really early that day. So
That's all we know.
I like to be pleasantly surprised, like the day before.
On June 11th, we'll be at the People's Bank Theater in Marietta, Ohio.
Okay, very good.
Which I think is nowhere near Cleveland.
Thank you. Mark Nodos wants to know, were we able to get Doug Rappaport on my movie? Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Doug Rappaport is part of the music, and he totally ripped it up. It's awesome. It was.
You have a little teaser musician guest.
I do, but right? I put it really fast so nobody could tell who it was. But I guess
there's a lot of Easter eggs in there.
Yeah, I guess Mark has keen eyes. Another question. Jonathan would like to know, what's the first song that you ever learned?
Me?
Yeah.
First song I ever learned.
The problem is Andy can't remember back to when he was 2.
Okay, here's a fun story. When I was a young child, this is probably not the first song I learned, but I remember this story that my dad, who plays bass, he was showing me how to play Son of Mr. Green Jeans by Frank Zappa.
How's that go?
Yeah. Or whatever it is, something like that. And, or is that Mr. Green Jeans? Son of Mr. Green Jeans? It's one of those. And the whole key thing is that it does that in D minor to G. And then it goes to C, A minor, C. So my dad was playing the bass line, and the bass line is kind of like a melody as itself, and it's all white keys. So that's why I was able to like play along.
Oh, because it's in Dorian, D Dorian.
Yeah. And then the build up. Then it goes to the B flat, and that's the only time you hit the B flat note. Other than that, it's all white keys.
So before you actually learned a song, you were learning how to improvise over a song.
I mean, I guess.
That's pretty cool. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just play the white keys, except when it hits that B flat, then you could.
I'm trying to think what I learned.
That might not be the first song I learned, but I remember learning that song.
You know what's funny? I kind of learned something conceptual too. I mean, on guitar, you often you just learn the first 3 notes in the first position, E, F, G.
Right.
And then the next lesson you learn, and then you can go.
Right.
You could do that, but I think conceptually, like my dad taught me the 1-4-5. Because he told me if you know those 3 songs, you could play about 10,000 songs.
Right.
So that's, and La Bamba, Twist and Shout,
So there you go. Our dads approached it differently. My dad said, "Yeah, just jam and play these keys," and your dad learn these so you could get gigs and make money.
Yeah, exactly. I want you out. I want you bringing money home to this family immediately.
If you learn these 3 chords, you could get work.
If you learn these 3 chords, then you only know one less than I know. No. Then you really only know one less than you need.
Then you need.
You know what I mean? That's what it comes to in pop music. What do you need? The 4 chords. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's totally true. A similar story is to when my uncle. I asked him. My grandparents gave me a MIDI sequencer. I had no idea what a MIDI sequencer did. I thought, it's like a keyboard, So I go
and you should explain that it was a computer that had
no sounds in it.
No sounds in it. Dot matrix.
No. This is before then. I got a standalone Yamaha MIDI sequencer with a tiny little screen, and what's this?
A step sequencer. Yeah.
A little step sequencer, and I wanted to start using it. And I asked my uncle Phil. I said, what do I have to plug in to make this work? He goes, MIDI is musical instrument digital interface. Think about the flow of data. And I'm like, dude, I'm 11.
What's the other thing I need?
Yeah, what cable do I have to plug in and to out? He goes, well, think of the way the data is flowing. I said, I don't know what this means. And he refused to tell me where to plug things in because he knew that if he just told me where to plug the cables in, I still wouldn't understand. It wouldn't work. So he did not stop until I understood that, MIDI is not sound, it's information.
He wanted to, instead of telling you how to make it work, he just wanted to tell you how it was built, so you would know how it works.
Exactly. Let's see if I have any other questions here before I move on. Chris Smith wants to know, what's the deal with High China? I don't know if this is my story to tell, although I'm involved in it.
I could pan over, and I also have a High China right
Andy,
there.
can you give an example of what High China sounds like?
Good.
Yeah, keep it over there. Oh yeah, you're gonna want that.
I could explain.
I know the story behind High China, but it's like I said.
Well, I could explain from a drummer's perspective what it means.
Okay.
Because a China cymbal and a ride cymbal, you don't have to follow through when you hit it.
Okay.
A hi-hat too. Hi-hat, ride, and China. Like when you pan again. When you hit a crash, you kind of hit through it, like this. You see that, Richie?
Yeah, I see it.
You hit through it. But when you hit a China or a ride, the cymbal doesn't move. So you could kind of like put it anywhere because your stick just has to make contact. It doesn't have to go through the cymbal. So you could put them high, and because it just needs to make contact with your stick.
It's an easy crash sound.
Yeah, you don't have to follow through, so it could really be anywhere.
I made everybody use that on every song of my album. Lady Aptitude wants to know, what software am I using for the animation? I'm using Reallusion iClone, and I love it. It's amazing. It has a lot of tools to get someone like me who's not a visual artist but is more of a storyteller to get going very quickly. I love it. Jonathan wants to know, what's your favorite song to listen to? That's probably a hard question for you, Andy. because you hate
I don't listen to music.
You hate music.
Do you listen to music?
Okay, so
I like your post. You had the Arnold Schwarzenegger "Burning for You" workout. That's a good song.
My favorite song to listen to, or my favorite song is Bohemian Rhapsody. I love Bohemian Rhapsody. I think that's number one for me. But after covering it, after spending a week of my life doing nothing but Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, if it comes on, I'm happy about it, but I don't actively seek it out. My favorite stuff to listen to these days is like... I like listening to Talk by Yes, and I am recently on a Duke Genesis kick. That's what I like to listen to.
Well, I could play that. I think I could play that. Now I'm not going to be able to play it.
That sounds like it.
Never mind.
You know what? The thing is, if you play the slash chords and you have that sound, you're halfway there.
Right, this.
Yeah.
What key is that? Oh.
Yes, you're a mother. Oh. That's Please Don't Ask, right?
Yeah, something like that. I forget. Sorry.
That's good.
I should have been more prepared.
Paul Tringali. Just don't listen to me. We can play together.
What?
Just don't listen to me. We can play together.
Right.
Paul Tringali is asking the $1 million question. Are we doing any shows with John Anderson? You know, we haven't talked about this on a YouTube video at all. We haven't done any. No. We just put a post up. That's the plan. That is the plan. We are currently booking 2023. We're trying to route that in the most logical way possible. It's going to be... Thank you, Joey Sawdust. If I could collect royalties on one iconic album, what would it be? Do I ever forget the lyrics while singing? I'll answer both those questions. If I could collect the royalties, probably like was it Hotel California or Thriller or
the top selling albums, right?
or the Bee Gees Saturday Night Fever. Like one of those would be really nice. And the other one is, do I ever forget the words while singing? I rarely remember the words while singing. I'm pretty good when I'm singing Blue Oyster Cult, like when I'm singing lead on a Blue Oyster Cult song. I'm pretty good about that, just because we have like the constant drilling. And it's funny because every time, like when we do Tainted Blood, I had that oh crap moment right before I sing. Like, I don't know the words to this song, and then I just shut my brain off and I could sing it. You know, this is a very different song with the Rickenbacker. I forget the chords too. And I go
Wilbury song.
And I go. We danced among the mortals, blind to their despair, as the sweet scent of certainty fills the midnight air. Does my voice sound good with the thing or bad with the thing?
Sounds okay.
Okay, it sounds okay. All right, I'll keep singing then. So yeah, back to the $1 million question.
Oh, you're wondering if you should record a bunch of stuff while your voice sounds like this.
You know exactly. You know exactly.
That's the thing. Like, sometimes you wake up and like your voice is really low in the morning, and you're like, "Oh, I should probably record those low parts." That
I woke up this morning Got yourself a gun. You sang the Sopranos guy.
Right, exactly. Like, oh, I have those low parts that I need to sing. I should record that now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see. I was a lonely man with empty arms to fill, and then I found a piece of happiness to call my own. How about that for a chord?
There you go.
Anyway, so yeah, let's. We just don't want to answer this question. We'll do anything to avoid answering this question. No, we can answer this question. Yes, we are planning on playing with John Anderson next year. We're currently
We are doing everything in our power to make it happen.
That's the perfect way to put it. We've been rehearsing every few weeks, which is pretty crazy. I think John spilled the beans in one of the interviews he did where he talked about some of the songs we're playing. So I don't know should we mention those songs or have people just look that up again? I guess we can talk about them because we're doing. No, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm so, you know what? After not being able to talk about this for months, and now that I can talk about it, I'm so scared to talk about it because I'm conditioned to go. Did I just say something I'm not supposed to say? You know. But yeah, we've been rehearsing some very lengthy songs that are not in 4/4. That's what I can say.
Well, we could say that the bottom line is that, or the origin of the story is, if you haven't seen it, Band Geek, we recorded a cover of Close to the Edge, and it came out pretty good. And that was, how many years ago was that?
I think that was in 2018.
Yeah, so we recorded that, and it got the attention of some people, and yeah, that's about it. That was our audition tape, basically.
Drew Stompanato, in the post from John Anderson, it mentions a Brand X and a Band Geek. Are these the same or two different projects? They're the same project because on that Close to the Edge video, we had Chris Clark from Brand X, and he's going to be our keyboard player for that tour. And it's sounding really good. It's very difficult. You know what's funny about rehearsing very long songs is you get exhausted. It's not like, because Andy and I have done rehearsals where we've learned. We did a rehearsal. We were just talking about this last week.
Yeah.
Our old cover band that we had in college, we would rehearse one day a year, and we would learn 100 songs. I'm probably exaggerating.
Yeah, but it was definitely like a full day rehearsal.
Yeah.
Like 11 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock at night. I mean, obviously we would take breaks and stuff, but we would just say, okay, we're going to get to rehearse for one day, and that's it. And with this stuff, yeah, long songs mean, a rehearsal is one song.
If you can get through it.
If you could get through it, right.
No, because what
there's been rehearsals where we've only gotten through like half a song.
Yeah.
Like a 2 or 3 hour rehearsal.
It's just because I'm trying not to plow through these tunes at the rehearsal. I'm trying to just be like, no. That one part was, thank you very much, Riley. The $2 million question. There are little spots where normally you'd let it go. It's a little sloppy, but you just move through it. But we've been pretty good at these rehearsals about being like, no. What happened there? And then we have a discussion, and then we say, okay, who's supposed to be doing what? Oh, what version are you listening to? That's
right.
Another thing. And having Chris Clark involved is awesome because he's like an encyclopedia of all this music. And he'll go like, well, in 1974, they added this, and they put this chord change in, and Chris plays this, and Steve did this. And it's really cool having a guy around who has that knowledge.
And it's really cool. It's really cool that Yes has an extensive live versions of everything.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like bands like that do a lot of overdubs, Queen and everyone's like, how do you do this stuff live? But there's a lot of live yes out there to learn from how they did it.
Yeah, and SVT, we really want to be off the charts. Not we want to be off the charts, so we want to not have to use cheat sheets if we can help it.
Yeah.
I mean, some people, I tell them about this, I go, oh man, I got to learn all this music. And they go, don't you know it already? And that's a good point, because we've been listening to this since we were 15, you know, but we haven't.
Do you know what? Go. Sorry.
We haven't been critically listening to it on the micro level of what fret is he playing that D on? You know, we haven't been listening to it like that. And now I am.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I mean, the whole trick for learning songs is really just listening to them a lot, because like you're saying with the lyrics, the biggest thing that screws you up when you're playing is trying to remember what happens next. But if you listen to a song
Thank you, Joey.
lot, you don't have to think, oh, what's next, because you know what comes next.
Right.
There's a lot of listening.
Yeah, and it's kind of too weird to split your brain when you're playing live to reading your instrument's notes, words for the lyrics, and playing and singing at the same time. It becomes, I don't. Well, you could probably do it because you're a genius, but I'm the mere mortal as I am.
No, it's also a environment thing too. Like, you'll be able to sing and play in a controlled environment in a rehearsal room, looking at the chart with lighting, lights, and once you're on stage, it's completely different.
That's right.
A lot of times you're playing in the dark, and if you can't do it with, just that variable of, oh, the lights are kind of off now and I can't see my thing. I can't see my instrument. Sometimes it happens. You can't see your instrument.
The goal is definitely to be off book, for sure.
Yeah.
So are we going on tour? Gordon Roberts wants to know. Yes, we are. That is the plan. That's what we are working on right now. We have it in the works, which is really a dream gig for us. This is something I don't even think high school Richie and Andy would have been able to wrap our heads around this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wish we knew more to tell everyone, but we really don't know exactly what's going on.
As of now, we're telling you what we could tell you.
We don't know when the start date. We don't know when the end date is. We don't know what it is.
And I know everybody's curious about the lineup. And before I tell you the lineup, I just want everybody to know that asking people to go on a tour, like a bus tour, and leave home, leave your families, leave your job, that you might have benefits, or you might have a variety of reasons why you can't skip out. That's a lot to ask for people. So, and we don't have the dates yet, so anything could happen. But as of now, we've been playing with me on bass, Andy on drums, Chris Clark on keyboard.
From the Close to the Edge video.
Andy Graziano on guitar. Did I say that already? And we have an extra keyboard player, which is Rob Kipp.
From our Roundabout video.
Yeah, so that's the touring band. We wish we could bring everybody, but not everybody can do it. Some people, they just can't handle the. It's a big ask. Let's put it that way. It's a lot to ask of people. So, Steve Ascalise. Hi, Steve Ascalise. Says, I was in a band where the slogan was "Like the record, Jack." Well, this is kind of this is kind of what we're doing, but we're also learning just by comparing the live to the studio. We're trying to figure out where we can jam. You know what I mean? Like, we had one song, which I don't want to say the name of because that wasn't part of the interview, where there's a solo and transcribing it was sort of a fool's errand because every live version had a different part. So it was clearly a jammed part. So at that point, what you got to do is you have to kind of contextualize the idiom. You know what I mean? Like, what is the style of the solo? What's the scale? What are the licks? And you have to try to synthesize your own version of that. So, and that was after Andy yelled at me too. It's like, stop trying to play all that. You know.
We've talked briefly with John about some of the stuff, but we didn't really go through the songs yet with him, and he might tell us to do other things.
Yeah, we're rehearsing on our own for now until the time has come. Let's see, we had a few more questions. Tarnai says, remember all the work that went to the Siberian Khatru video. Can you imagine learning 30 songs to that level? I can't. So luckily we don't have to learn 30 songs just yet. What's up, Andrew Bonica? Bill Hart Davidson. I get the feeling that you guys might be the beginning of keeping rock going in a way that feels similar to the way that Wynton Marsalis and the Young Lions cats work to keep jazz alive. Yeah, I hope to one day go to schools and yell at kids about classic rock. I think I would be great at that.
That's good.
I can't take credit for that joke. That's a Howard Stern joke. Howard Stern had Branford Marsalis on his show, and he goes, "What's with your brother going to high schools and yelling at kids?" That's
good.
That's like a 25-year-old joke that stuck with me. You know, I always thought that was a good one. Am I coming back to Laconia, New Hampshire? Maybe. Are you going there, Andy?
I don't know. I'm gonna be in Newton, Connecticut, or something like that.
That's nowhere near that. Cool.
New Hampshire, Connecticut, somewhere, whatever.
All Andy knows is he has to drive north. That's all he knows.
We really don't know where we're going. You don't know. Where are you playing next?
I'm playing in Newton, New Jersey.
Oh, I played there.
And I'm not making that up. It sounds like I'm making it up because you just said Newton. But I'm playing in Newton, New Jersey, you son of a gun. Griffin Guitar wants to know, will I be using the Helix? Yeah, I will.
No, I'm playing in Norwalk, Connecticut. Not Newton, Connecticut.
Okay.
Norwalk. All right, I'll just read it out so we can get it out of the way.
Go ahead.
So June 3rd, Bat will be at the Wall Street Theater in Norwalk, Connecticut. June 4th, we'll be at the Palladium in New York City, Times Square. On June 10th, we'll be at the Robbins Theater in Warren, Ohio. On Saturday, June 11th, we'll be at the People's Bank Theater in Marietta, Ohio. On Sunday, June 12th, we'll be at Jurgles in Warrendale, PA. And then September, we'll be in Nashville. And September, Owensboro, Kentucky. September, Jacksonville, Florida. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Clearwater, Florida. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Boston, Massachusetts. Concord, New Hampshire. That's in New Hampshire. In October.
No, it's not called. They don't say it Concord.
Oh, okay.
It's Concord.
There
you go.
And then in October, we'll be in Texas, San Antonio, and Austin. There you go.
You know what? Now I'm going to do that.
And with Chasm Sultan in July, I'll be in Riverhead Theater. I'll be at Sony Hall and outside Pennsylvania somewhere. I should probably look that up too. It's outside Philadelphia. Warrendale. Yes.
Warrendale. I'll be on May 20th, Newton, New Jersey at the Newton Theater. May 28th, Emmett, Idaho at Stoney's Roadhouse. July 1st in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for Summerfest. July 2nd, Aura, Illinois, River Edge Park. July 7th, Alameda County Fair. I can't say Alameda without thinking of Star Trek 4. Where are the nuclear vessels?
Vessels.
In Alameda. and Alameda. July 9th, Baton Rouge, Raising Cane's River Center. July 14th, the Gaslight Social in Casper, Wyoming. July 15th, the Pendleton Run at the Happy Canyon Arena in Pendleton, Oregon. July 16th, Oroville, California, Gold Country Casino. July 21st, Albany, Oregon. We're doing that twice? No, Pendleton, Oregon. Okay. See, I know things. River Rhythms at Monteith River Park. July 23rd, Tacoma, Washington, Emerald Queen Casino, one of my favorite gigs of the year. And then, here we go. July 29th, Derry, New Hampshire, Tupelo Music Hall. And then June, I'll be rehearsing with you guys a lot. Okay. Someone said we might need a prog rock block tour shirt for the John Anderson tour. That would be pretty awesome. We should totally have that.
Merchandising.
Very good, Bill. We have to give Bill 10 cents on every shirt we sell. What's the booking agent's number for the upcoming Yes tour? It's a TKO. Let's see. Hi, Dad. Have I seen Star Trek Picard yet? I saw the first season. I haven't watched the second season because I've been glued to a computer, just moving keyframes around. It's very fun. Let's see. Do we have any more questions? Oh, well, I have a question for you. So they asked if we're going to be using the Helix. I'm going to be. Hi, Dad. Say hi to my dad, Andy.
Hey, John. Happy belated birthday.
Yes, my dad. It's his birthday. He's 85. Happy birthday, Dad. Love you. So, no, he's 75. I'm just kidding. So, I'm using the Helix. Andy Graziano's using the Helix. Thank you, Rebecca. Oh, thank you very much. And
well, the bottom line is that you used it for the video.
Yeah.
And everyone seemed to enjoy the sound, and you nailed it. So why would you use anything else?
It's just a workflow thing. What are you bringing? Are you using a Helix, Andy?
I'm bringing this drum set through a Helix. I have a high China through a Helix.
Are you going to have two high Chinas, a la Alan White?
Yeah, I might. Might have a gong.
No.
Some Simmons pads.
You're a jerk.
I'm gonna just bring everything that every Yes drummer has used since 1972.
See, I'm just picturing a trailer and trying to put Andy's gong in the trailer. That's what I'm just picturing in my head.
No, I'm gonna bring a regular this drum set right here. My workhorse Yamaha Oak Custom.
And are you gonna have any electronics or anything like that?
Yeah, I might. Depending upon getting through all these songs and figuring out exactly what additional things I need. Yeah, I might have a little multi-pad.
Yeah, well, I think they use electronics too. Here, I got something cool to show you guys. Well, you've seen this before. This is my Rickenbacker. My Uncle Phil. I played this on the live stream, but we've changed a few things around here. This is a 4001S from the 70s, which means it's mono. And for the Yes sound, I need stereo. So my uncle installed this push-pull pot here that goes from mono to stereo.
Very nice.
Yeah, we upgraded this with the Hipshot Rickenbacker replacement bridge, and we moved all the strings over because originally the strings weren't centered.
Now that
Jim Crouch, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you very much.
That bass was in pieces, right? Or something?
Yeah, this bass was in. Somebody gave this to my grandmother in a plastic bag, totally disassembled. The neck cracked off because the guy who had it tried to mount like a Gibson EBO pickup in here. which is a big chunky pickup, right?
Right.
He tried to put that in here, and he routed it out with a drill. And what happens when you route something this is a pretty thin bass, He routed it to the point where the whole thing snapped off. And to repair that would have been ridiculous. So I think the guy just gave up. He gave it to my grandmother and said, "Here, take it." My grandmother in turn gave it to my uncle, who said, "Here, take it." And this was a project he and I did about 20 years ago. He put the whole thing back together. He created a wood patch to go in here, and we went to the auto paint store, and I picked this color out. This is the same can of paint that also painted my BOC 5-string bass, the Ibanez. The same exact can of paint, and
you put what pickups are in those?
these are the originals.
Oh, wow.
I think the originals. This might be a new toaster.
A newer.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But they're Rickenbacker pickups.
I'm gonna plug this in. Hold on. Tell that joke you know.
I don't know many jokes, and the ones I know, I'm very bad at telling.
It's all right. Thanks, Andy. I'm in. So I'm going to put this in stereo mode and let you guys hear this. But now I can't see. There we go. It sounds really good.
Nice. And really quick, what's the sound is the neck pickup through SVT and the bridge pickup through a Marshall kind of
That's
vibe.
it. That's the rig that I'm pretty sure. I mean, I watched that rig rundown video that he did, and that's what he had.
And the stereo gives you independent outputs for each pickup.
Yeah. This sounds a little better than the black one. I think it's because the pickups are higher. So
okay.
maybe I should.
It might just be a pickup height adjustment.
Yeah. Also, the pickups are different because this has the toaster on it. The black one has the high gain pickup on it. Andy is supposed to say who's. Oh, I see. Okay. What strings are we using and gauges on the black one? I have the Roto Sounds, the 45s. This one I have heavier strings. I have 50s. I'm gonna experiment with a few different string types because I'm not sure what I want to use yet. I'm gonna try the Ernie balls next. All right. So I think we're reaching the end here of our time together. If anybody's got any questions before we go, and you could see Andy at the places he just rattled off from his phone.
Yeah.
You could see me on the places I've rattled off on my phone. And guys, we're gonna keep you updated as soon as we have anything. Believe me, I want to tell everybody everything we know, but we are still in the planning stages and getting all this together. But we're very, very excited, and we're basically we're here today just to keep a little bit of a presence going on YouTube because
just to hang out and chat. If you guys enjoy this, maybe we'll do this more often.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, John, what's up? Any chance of a Sunday show soon? Yeah, we want to do one this month. I got to see how I'm feeling, but we want to do one. That's definitely in the cards. We're talking about that. But I just want you guys to know that we're busting our asses. That's basically what I'm here to say today. We're working very hard. We want this to happen. I have a bunch of things that I'm dying to show you guys, and they're going to take a little time to do, but anything worth doing is usually hard and takes a long time to do. So there you go.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody enjoyed the show today. If you like this, and we'll do more, maybe have some other guests and stuff like that. And yes, this is Band Geek 153. I'm pretending like we never stopped, and that's okay. So,
and we'll see you at Band Geek 154
in a couple years. So everybody have a great day. I want to thank everybody for the tips. Thanks for the questions. Thank you to Andy for joining me today from his studio. This was cool. I'm glad we were able to work this out without, even though I got the thing. And and thank you guys for being awesome and being so supportive. We will see you soon.